Welcome to Furnish Your Dream Home, a Jamboard in which you'll use creative thinking skills to decorate your dream house, but also to calculate area and perimeter. So let's get started. In this first frame, it tells you what the objective is. You need to set up an area where someone can sleep, eat, watch TV, and relax. Use furniture to fill the space and then figure out how much space is covered by calculating perimeter and area of your furnishings. You do not need to use all of the furnishings that I've supplied, so choose wisely. You can duplicate furnishings. Example, if you need to use 2 small rugs, you can copy and paste. Remember Control-C, Control-V, or Command-C and Command-V. You will have an easier time completing this task if you complete this Jamboard on a computer rather than an iPad. So you'll copy and paste your furnishing shapes onto frames 6 and 7. Make sure that you do not change the sizes of furnitures. They should match the size of the grid in the background. So these have been sized accordingly. You cannot make them larger or smaller. Undo. Okay, moving on. That's really important. By the way, you can also make room divisions using this black line that I've supplied. Here are some fun additions, but remember, you have to satisfy the primary criteria, which I shared with you on slide 2. There's even a trap door, but beware, if you should choose the trap door, that means you have to furnish a secondary room. Now here's an example of a room that I set up. And you can see that I have not used all of the furnishings, just ones that I thought satisfied the criteria that was shared in frame 2. So you are going to have 2 layouts. Here's where your primary layout will be for all of your furnishings. So you're going to copy and paste your furnishings here to lay out your room. Remember to include walls between rooms and leave enough space to move around the room. An effective layout leaves enough area to move around the room. Then you're going to try a secondary setup. Create an alternate plan for your layout here. Move things around. Who knows? You might decide you like the second layout better. Now here is the room if you chose the trap door. You can put whatever you want in the room that the trapdoor leads to. So this is a fun room where you can add some of those things that might not have fit in your primary room. Now, these tasks will be completed in the second week of this project. In the first week of this project, you are sharing with me just the layouts from the first layout to a secondary layout, and if you chose the trapdoor, your layout for your trapdoor room. In week 2, you will be calculating perimeter and area. So you're going to calculate the perimeter and area of furnishings in your preferred layout. So if you have not used a particular furnishing, you do not have to calculate its area and perimeter. If you have more than one item, enter the quantity and double the area and perimeter. So if you click here, you can see I use an invisible sticky note to add in that I have 2 area rugs. If you just have one, you do not need to put in a quantity. So here I mentioned that you need to enter quantity using clear sticky notes. Double click to open a sticky note. And wherever there is a question mark, you can double click to open the question mark to enter the value. In week 2, you will also, here are more choices that you might have chosen that you can calculate area and perimeter. And also in week 2, you are going to answer the following questions, which will require calculations. and you can double click on the question marks, oops, there we go, to answer them. Remember, if any GIFs get in the way, you can just delete them. And that's it. So as soon as you are ready, get started. I look forward to seeing your dream house.